We had a great practice this morning. This week has been a lot of fun for our guys. It's been a time of reflection over what our team has been able to accomplish up to this point, but it's also a time of preparation to get ready for a very, very tough regional. If you look at the teams, including ourselves with Oklahoma State, Nebraska, and Western Carolina, these four teams that are in this regional have more NCAA postseason appearances than any other regional out of the 16. So there's a lot of tradition here this weekend, a lot of programs that have had a lot of success in the postseason, and we're going to have our hands full. But I know that our guys are ready. They're very confident. We're very excited about being able to bring a regional to Clemson. I know our fans are excited, and we're looking for a huge crowd here the whole weekend, pulling for our guys, and just couldn't be more proud of a team. Told them that today at the end of practice. Again, just extremely proud of what our guys have been able to accomplish this year, and but we're ready to go, excited about the opportunity, and we'll see what happens.
Coach, how well does playing in a tournament like the ACC get you prepared for going into the regional?
Well, the big message I tried to send to the team after the ACC tournament is we're not going to face a tougher regional, super regional than we did in the ACC tournament. We had to get through Virginia, who is a very, very good team, the defending national champion. Starting pitcher in Connor Jones, who is a potential first-round draft pick. We beat Louisville. Louisville, in my opinion, is the most talented team in the country. They have a lot of guys on that roster that are going to go in the top 2 to 3 rounds of the draft. Wake Forest is a team that played very well in the tournament. It's a postseason team. And Florida State's hosting a regional. We all know how good Florida State is. So, we've been through a very challenging season. The ACC tournament was very challenging for us. But our guys have played their best baseball down the stretch here, and we've gotten hot at the right time, and we need to carry all that momentum that we've created for ourselves at the end of the year and all that confidence based on how well we've played to put ourselves in this position. We got to carry that into this weekend.
Coach, you're facing Western Carolina for the third time this year. I know it's different playing in the NCAAs than when you played the midweek from the standpoint of starting pitching and so forth, but what are some of the positives, what are some of the negatives of you having seen them and having seen you and that kind of thing?
Well, the positives are we have a little better feel for their lineup and their pitching because we've seen a lot of their guys. The negatives is they played really well against us. We had our hands full trying to win both ball games. We had to come from behind at their place, and they stormed back at the end of the ball game up there in Cullowhee when we played them early in the year. And here, we were very, very fortunate to beat them. They were ahead for a majority of that game. They've got a good team. It's a tough lineup. It's a team that puts together really good at-bats. They're very well coached. They do a number of different things. They'll run on you. They'll take advantage of you if pitchers aren't quick to the plate. If you got to do a good job of shutting down the running game. They'll sit in patterns and look for certain things out of your pitchers. They do a good job offensively and pitching-wise. The Salmons kid that's throwing against us has been a horse for them. He's thrown almost 100 innings. He's got a lot of strikeouts. He's a power arm. He's very, very good. He's a guy that has had a big workload for them this year, and he's carried them on their backs. He's a tough one, and he throws with the wrong hand. He's left-handed. So anytime you're facing a lefty with a good fastball and a good breaking ball, it can make it tough on you. So we've got our hands full.
Is this also a good chance to show off this facility now that everything is done and kind of show it off nationally?
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it definitely helps in recruiting as well, and it helps with the Clemson brand. Everybody knows about Clemson baseball, but for the folks to get a chance to watch it on television, and it gives some exposure to our facilities, to our playing field, to the teams that are here, to our team, our program, to our fan base. If you're watching on television and you see, 6,000, 7,000 plus people in this stadium and the beautiful facility we have, it only helps our program. So absolutely, it's a positive for us to be on display this weekend.
Monte, you've had so much success over the past couple of years at the college in the postseason. Is there something that you do differently in the postseason, coaching-wise, just managing pitching staffs, managing time off? Is there something that you could kind of bottle up and bring here with the success you've had over the last 2 years at college?
I think the big thing is is trying to teach our guys to play confident, to be comfortable being themselves. I think sometimes as coaches, we try to turn guys into something they're not and try to overcoach them. And I try not to do that. I try to look at a player individually and find what does he do best and try to get that out of him. And I don't harp on the weaknesses of the team, the weaknesses of the player. I try to harp on the strengths. What do we do well? And there's a lot of things when you look at a team and individuals that you can pick apart a player. You could talk about he doesn't run that great, he doesn't throw that great, he doesn't field that great, but this guy really can hit. This guy can really get on base, or this guy can run the bases. This is what he does well individually, and we try to really accentuate that when we're coaching that player. This is what you do well. These are the things you got to work on to get better, but these are the things you do well, and try to get that player to understand his value. I think if a player feels valuable to you as a coach, he's going to play hard for you and do everything he can to use his role to help his team win. And that's what we try to do, just try to teach the players to be selfless, to play together, how to deal with frustration and failure is a big part of it, and how to deal with big-time baseball in the postseason. Why are you here? You're here for what you did in the regular season throughout the conference tournament. You don't need to change. You don't need to try to do anything differently. If anything, enjoy it. We've been working since August to get in this position. So enjoy it while you're here. Enjoy playing. When you cross those white lines, you got to treat it like a playground. Go out there and play and enjoy playing in front of your home crowd. And if you do that, if you enjoy it and don't put too much pressure on yourself, you tend to play better and win. So that's the biggest thing we try to do is get guys to appreciate what they have, appreciate who they are, to play for each other, and just try to maximize what I can get out of every guy. I don't know if there's necessarily anything we do differently, but in a nutshell, that's kind of what we do.